Hey, what's going on, everyone? Before I get on the road this week, I just want to give you 4 quick tips that would help you keep more money in your pocket while lease purchasing. Number 1 is your tire pressure. Unnecessary blowouts over the road can be caused by poor tire maintenance, meaning not checking your tire pressure properly. I recommend you check your tire pressure at least once a week, and every pre-trip and post-trip, you go out there and you check for different type of things in your tire, projectiles, you hit it with the tire knocker, and you do a thorough pre and post trip, because that alone can save you hundreds of dollars on your bottom line by just taking care of your equipment. Number 2 is fuel management. Fuel management. There's a lot of tools out here nowadays that help you save money with fuel. One I like to talk about is a mud flap. It's a big difference whether you're paying $5 a gallon to $4.50 a gallon. That 50 cents. You look at every 100 gallon, that's $50. For a 500 gallon, that's $250 in your pocket extra on your bottom line, which will make your check a lot higher when you're leasing. Number 3 I want to talk about is your deduction payoff. Well, you have your ordinary deductions, your regular deductions that you have every week. But sometimes, if you don't have the capital, you can rely on your leasing company, and they will help you with blown tires, preventive maintenance, your PM, things like that. Well, when you incur that debt, you have to pay that money back. So your statement every week will look a little less because you have those occurred deductions that you normally wouldn't have if you had the money in your bank account as a company and you could sustain that. So pay in mind, the faster you pay that off, the more money you will have every week. Number 4 is lane management. Lane management is very important. It's not always about getting the best load going from point A to point B. Sometimes it's about getting a higher average from point A to point B, from point B to point C overall for the week, right? So because, I would rather get a higher average than getting a higher paying load to a lane that pretty much the load to truck ratio is slim. So that means it's hard for me to get out of that lane. So I would have a hard time, maybe stay there a day or two, or probably take a load that's way below the average that I want my truck to operate at. So pay in mind of that. So try to stay in lanes where you can have a more consistent average. Say, for instance, going somewhere 230, 240 a mile, coming back 210, things like that is a lot better than going somewhere for 250, then you got to come back 80 cents, like California or Florida. So pay closer mind to that, and that will help you keep more money in your pocket at the end of the week. I also discuss these more, and we'll be discussing these more in my Lease Purchase Academy. So if you're interested, my number's in the description. Send me a text. And until next time, keep on trucking.